welcome to number 27. I'm in Snowdonia in North Wales on the Evo Triangle in the Integrale. Henceforth it shall be known as the Red Pig, which is finally working. When I say it's finally working, I don't mean everything's working, obviously. On the way up here last night, the lights decided to give up the ghost. Anyway, finally I get to enjoy the Red Pig. It's done its absolute best to prevent it, but we are finally there, and these are really the ideal roads for this kind of car. It's a bit like a roller coaster here. Everything you heard about the Evo Triangle is true. It's pretty spectacular. They're pretty amazing roads. It's a really tactile car, and I remember when I borrowed this a few years ago from my mate before I bought it. I had a BMW M3 and E46, and I got into this and I drove it and I thought, yeah, it's fun, but I'm not really sure what all the fuss is about. And then I got back into the M3 and I hated it. It felt like a really big remote armchair. You kind of feel everything through this car. The steering isn't actually that quick, but it's so tactile. It loads up ever so gently in corners, but enough to let you know what's going on. Once it's settled in the corner as well, the front is really grippy, no understeer to speak of. The engine is really laggy, but then, you know, if you're going for it, it doesn't matter as much because you normally sort of manage to keep it in the right rev range. If you hit it up while it's on boost, it's actually pretty rapid as well. I've said before, this isn't a standard car. It's been remapped, it's got a big exhaust. Estimates vary really from 220 to 250 horsepower. Different people say different things. What's really nice as well is because it's quite small and you can sort of sense and feel all the corners of the car. You can place it really precisely on the road. So the steering is sublime. Something else which is quite nice is the gearbox. Because it's an older car, again, it feels like you're actually shifting something mechanical as opposed to just moving bits of plastic about. Without a doubt, in the list of 12 cars, this has been by far the most unreliable, the most expensive, the most pain in the arse. Something's always going wrong with it. Had the wheels refurbed. Actually, that was the latest little present from the Red Pig. The wheels were really horrible, really corroded, so I took them to be refurbed, and I was quite pleased. I got a trade price. But then the next day I got a call saying, bad news, the wheels are very slightly buckled all around, but you can't diamond cut them if they're buckled. So instead of 300 quid, wheel refurb cost me £560. So this is the 6th car out of the 12 cars, and I guess the big question is, am I glad I got it? And the answer is a resounding yes. It's been a massive pain in the arse. It's cost me probably £2,500 to £3,000 so far, but it needed a bit of TLC, and I'm hoping that once I get the other things straightened out, it's going to be good. I'm trying to work out how I feel about the Red Pig. It's obviously a special car, but I don't know yet if it's going to be, you know, if it's going to rank amongst the sort of all-time greats for me, or all-time greats of the cars I've driven. I like the engine and the way it delivers its power. Everything works well, not everything works, but everything works in terms of driving it around. You know, everything works in terms of it all comes together as a car. It's lovely. The steering's amazing. The feel that you get is amazing. You can tell it feels short and squat, which it is. It's really precise. But I don't know, I was just expecting a little bit more magic. Maybe I just need some more time with it. It's a really lovely day now. The Evo Triangle's still here, so I've just dropped my dad off at home and I'm doing another last run of the day on the Triangle and see how I get on. It is odd, the front end does move about a little bit under braking, but I do suspect that's to do with the negative. That's to do with the negative camber that's run up the front, which is just too much for a road car anyway. This afternoon it really is all coming together much more. The engine's always got power in the right places, it just sort of slingshots you out of corners. I think it's because it's drier and I can go that much quicker. I'm having more fun. So a few words on the Evo Triangle. It's brilliant. It is as good as they say. But I had to come out at 7 o'clock this morning and there started to be noticeable traffic by about 9. And this afternoon, you can still go, but there is traffic. Look, I know it's a bit Top Gear-ish and it sounds like a sort of a forced storyline, but really, this afternoon has made it for me and has made me understand this car, and I think that where it really excels above everything else that I've driven is that it makes you feel part of it. I think that's what it is. If you have to put your finger on it, there's nothing really that super. I mean, yeah, everything's good. The steering's good, the engine's good, it handles really well. It's quite precise, but I think it makes you feel at one with it. I think that's what makes everyone rave about Integrales. And this afternoon I've kind of got it, and I'm really pleased about that, because earlier on today I had fun, but I wasn't, there was a twinge of disappointment that it wasn't quite everything I was expecting, and that's not the case anymore. I want to keep the Lancia for a while now, and this brings out a bit of a dilemma for me. I've got 3 cars. I've got the Red Pig, I've got the Lotus Turbo Esprit, and I've got the Porsche 964. I need to sell one of them because I need to carry on with 12 cars. So let me know what you think. Put something in the comments below, and I guess the next step is to sell a car.